Hey guys, what's going on? It's Russell again. If you are interested in stock alert services and option services, this channel might be for you, so make sure you subscribe. I do tons of different stock and options alert services. I join them, test them out, and then let you guys know if they're any good or not. Alright, so let's get into Jake the stock guy. So I first came across this guy through a paid ad, so he's running paid ads on Google at least. And I'd never heard of him. He's a smaller, not as well known name in the market, but he is actually doing really, really well. So I thought I'd join and do a review of his service. So he has a YouTube channel. It's not very big. He only has a few hundred subscribers. He talks a little bit about options. So the main thrust of this guy's service is real-time options alerts. So he has a service very similar to my friend Malcolm's. I'll leave a link to Malcolm's service below. It's called Eagle Trades, where Jake and also Malcolm do this thing where they basically buy options right at the market open, so within a few minutes of the market opening, and they use that volatility to basically make a quick profit, usually somewhere between 20% and 100% in 5 to 10 minutes, sometimes up to half an hour. So it seems to be a pretty trendy style at the moment. It's not really for me. I tend to not be able to get into options as quickly as some of these guys can. I have made money with Malcolm and with Jake. So let's get into what you get with Jake the stock guy. So this is his website. It's pretty professionally done. Couldn't really find much about Jake. I think his name is like Ogletree or something. They do have a trial. So let me show you the products. So they have this options alert signals. It's really just options from what I can see. They may have added some stuff now, but the real thrust is this open, like options alert at the open. So I believe the 60 to 70% success rate, I've seen that in the chat room, which I'll show you in a few minutes. The target profit, also that seems to be legitimate as well, at least for Jake. Maybe not for all the subscribers, who might be slower. They do at least one alert every morning, so that is the main thing that I would join for if that's your style. Done and dusted within half an hour. So there's also a private Facebook group which I've joined. It's pretty cool. The real-time alerts come through Slack, so this is the chat room right here. I'll go into that a little bit more in a bit. So scrolling down, you sign up for Slack. You get a 14-day trial at $14.99, which is a total bargain. And I think it's $100 a month after that. Let me just check. Let's see. Don't know if he has it anywhere. It might be when you sign up, it tells you. Looks like it. Anyway, it started off with just this guy, Jake. This is him right here. So, sounds like kind of hippy-dippy, yoga, meditation, stuff like that. He's an interesting guy, really skinny from his YouTube videos. Seems quite a character from what I can see. He types in all capitals a lot in the chat room, which is always a weird sign. But so here is his brokerage account. You can see he made $220,000 year to date. I think this is this year, but I'm not really sure. He definitely has a big account and trades with big position sizes. So let's get into the Slack room. So this is a Slack room. Channels are on the left here. He has an options alert channel, which is the main one, like I'm saying. A general chat room for people just talking about random stuff. So blah, 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 like all this stuff, the usual stuff. It's good to have it separate because of all the noise. The options alert channel, only him and a few members, moderators can type in it. So there's this guy, this is him, Jake. Richie Rich, and I think there's another one or two. Let's see. Yeah, this guy, Shashi. So these guys all seem pretty good. Some of them are doing swing options, but Jake is really focusing on this morning quick 5-minute option scalp. So let me show you a couple if I can find them. So it's usually worth just scrolling to the start of the day. So you can see the time here, 12:17. So I'm just going to keep going up. Just randomly pick one to let you guys see it. Let's see, 9:35. 9:24. So this will come up. Here we go. So this is in my time zone, which is Central. So this is the very start of the day. Good morning, happy little Friday. So these are the stocks that he's looking at. This is pre-market, so 20 minutes before market open. So he starts to band out some ideas. SPCE, 625. If dipped to support, 55 cents. Blah, blah, blah. So he either looks to enter on it breaking the pre-market high or if it dips to support. So he includes a chart here. So he's like, get ready. Here is 822, still not at the market open. You can see this is the pre-market high. He's starting to say if it breaks this at open, he'll probably scalp it. Or if it actually pulls back to the support line, he'll also give it a go. So he does this thing, by the way, called the 1K to 1 million challenge. And this is interesting because the first day he puts $1,000 in, and then the next day 2,000, and then I think 4,000. It just keeps going like that. And theoretically, if you win 7 in a row, you can turn that 1,000 into something like 100,000. I haven't seen him do it yet, but apparently he has in the past. So kind of interesting if you've got a small account and like that huge risk for a huge reward. Because obviously you could, on the first trade you could lose 70% of your position, and you'd really have turned that 1K into 300K or $300. So that's something I'm looking forward to getting more into. See, maybe I'll start with a little less than $1,000 just because I'm horrendous at options trading. So let me see. So Jake alerts here. So this was actually a little later than normal. Usually it's within the first few minutes. So he entered at about 10 a.m. Eastern time, and all he said is out. Not even 5 minutes later, like 2 minutes later. So you can see how quickly these things. So let's see what some of the subscribers were saying over here. So Rich got in 0.62 out of 0.76. It's a nice little gain really quickly. So unfortunately this guy got in at 0.79, so was in at 0.48 out of 0.79. So you can see quite a few subscribers did make a small profit here. They were able to replicate it, but I promise you there were some people that got burned. So at least went to break even. So this guy was down, he got in way too late, average 0.88. This is always a complaint with these fast moving morning option trades. So I'm not saying that this guy isn't good, it looks really good. But you have to be fast. So it's the same with Malcolm in Eagle trades. It's just some people are good at it, some aren't. You got to practice. You got to have that option contract open and ready to go. Jake also integrates some of these all capital like bits of wisdom in here throughout the day. So let's take a look at the next day's trade. Let's go see what he's got. So this is still the same day. Let's see. So here's Richie Rich with his swing trades. You can see they're all green. Pretty good. Let's just go back in time. Let's just go and find something up here. So let's try 809. Nope, that's the same day. Let's go. Maybe I can set this. Alright, last week. Alright, so last week, let's go to the start of the day. Here we go, 9:14. So same story with RH. So you can play these with pretty small accounts. So you got in RH at 8:31. TOS is lagging now. That's interesting. I've got the same problem with options on TOS. It's just I have a hard time getting filled. I also heard from another subscriber that Weeble's not the best for this. So Weeble, it's very hard to get good fills or similar fills to Jake as well. So your brokerage does matter, it seems a little bit. It's worth thinking about when you're joining these services. So it looks like he stopped out of RH early at break even. So that wasn't the best. I've seen a few that work a lot better though. So let's just have a look at one or two more. So let's go back a little bit more. 9:55. Okay. So it looks like at 9:09 he got in at RGLS. Let's see. Looks like he held it a little longer than normal. So yeah, this is what happens with Malcolm in Eagle trades as well. Sometimes the scalp doesn't quite go right, so they can hold it for half an hour or an hour, sometimes even longer, if the charts are looking positive. Let's see. Not seeing much about that trade. Alright. So obviously that was at a loss at some point. Probably took a loss on it. Well, you get the idea. That's the style of trading, fast option scalp. Sometimes you used to hold them for part of the day. Anyway, I think I've covered a lot of this. You can go on the website, check out some of their stuff here. And I think that's about all I want to say about Jake the Snake, or Jake the Stock Guy. He's talking about changing the name of the company because he's brought these swing traders on board, so it's not just him anymore. He wants to reflect the fact there's other team members now. So yeah, that's about it. I hope that's helpful. I think it's a good service. I'm certainly excited about the future, trying out some more of these options trades at the open. So yeah, make sure you subscribe and I'll catch you up with you in the next video. Cheers.